Hello my beautiful Aquarians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading all about you. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aquarians, this is a little bonus reading all about you. Us tarot readers, we tend to focus on career, money, love, but we never ask how are you doing. So this reading will tap into what's going on with you right now and how you're moving through this time period and what lies on the other side. Also, please be mindful that I do not choose the cards for you. They pop out as my guides will them to. So please be mindful that, of course, this reading may not resonate with everyone. And let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aquarians? What do they need to know regarding their current circumstances? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Can you please show them the way? What are they meant to be aware of? What are they going through right now and what lies on the other side for them? Okay, so I definitely see a lot of you are learning to accept change or learning to accept the temporary nature of life and circumstance. And I also feel that you've been going through an intense period of personal development. But also, I feel that your luck is changing, and I feel you are someone who is taking charge of your destiny. You've been learning a lot of lessons there. I do see that a lot of you have been super busy. And I'm also being given that you are coming to the end of cycles of things, closing out cycles. These could be difficult karmic cycles that you're releasing at this time to bring greater reward and greater prosperity into your life. It's almost like the karmic reckoning or some sort of readdress of the balance that you've been going through the last couple of years, and you're coming out the other side. As you can see, we've got the Magician card in the resistance position as well. Some of you may have felt, especially since you have the World card there, you may have felt that, of course, the world is a very turbulent place, and you may have felt that to some degree it has threatened to kind of dull your shine or limit your sparkle. Some of you are in search of that magic, but you feel that the world has been, of course, very difficult over the last couple of years, and you may feel that things have remained still or stagnant for you in some area of your life. Now, I'm actually being given a quote before I even go on. I'm being given the reminder of a quote by Marianne Williamson, okay? And it is, the presence of so much darkness in the world is actually an invitation to all of us to turn up the light. And I feel that's something that you have been trying to do in your life. You've been trying to do more nice things for yourself, been promising yourself to give more time to you and to change your vibration so you can be more positive about your everyday circumstances. Even though things have been challenging or very difficult recently, I definitely see here that you're turning your life around for the better. And I feel that you are kind of disconnecting from things that perhaps rob you of joy or try to mess with your mental peace or your inner world, your equilibrium, as it were. Now, we actually have the Moon card twice there. I'm actually being given as well that you are right now trying to live a more simplistic life, trying to eradicate drama, trying to protect your inner peace. I feel a lot of you, especially when it comes to the world, and I'm only mentioning this because of course the World card has shown up for you, but I feel like you're in a period of trying to make sure that you kind of disassociate with things that rob you of joy or kind of like make you feel nervous or worried. I feel you're trying to get busy living and focus on your own happiness. You're taking charge of your life in some way. So I definitely see that you're on target for wonderful things ahead. I mean, the King of Wands energy at the outcome indicates that you are influencing your life, you're connecting to your spiritual beliefs, you're deepening your sense of who you are and what you want in your life. And also with that Page of Swords, I feel like you're being more curious about what the world has to offer. You don't want to feel limited in your circumstances. And a lot of you with that King of Wands there, it's about reigniting that spark or that lust for life, being more motivated, finding more energy for you and not just channeling them into your kind of duties, responsibilities, or your to-do list. I feel there's an energy here that you're always busy, you're always on the go, and when it comes to your time, or when it comes to doing something really nice for you, it feels like you don't have the energy, or you feel that, you'd rather just crash out on the sofa and relax, and you're not doing something specific, because I feel there's something here that you've been putting off or delaying, or you feel so exhausted or drained. To have the Moon card twice, it can indicate you're looking at things, substances, people, environments, circumstances that drain your energy. And I feel like you're trying to romance your life a little bit more to reignite that sparkle. So that's what I see like overall. Of course, this reading's not going to resonate with all of you, but I really feel this sense of trying to come home to self or rediscover a part of yourself that is really creative. I feel like you have also been super focused on something, almost like tunnel vision. Maybe it's a project, an endeavor, or you transforming your life in some way. It's going to be very successful, but I feel there's an energy of uncertainty as whether it will work out the way you hoped for. And I want you to be aware, yes, it will, okay? So let's get into each card. Oh, wow. The first card is actually Moon Sparkle. So it is all about that sparkle. There is an energy here, of course, of tapping into your inner awareness, heightening your intuition, really tapping into your spiritual gifts as well. It says here, a wonderful surprise is in store for you. Surprises, joy, windfall, and good luck. But I feel like you've been taking your life into your own hands and taking charge so that you can transform your luck. And I feel better things are on the horizon for you. But also I feel this is an energy where you are not wanting to be boxed into other people's expectation. I feel like you are surprising a lot of people in your life. Cycles are ending and you're looking for more spontaneity, more excitement. And I feel a lot of you may even think about like changing a style or a hair color or hairstyle, or maybe even changing location suddenly, because we've got the World card there for you. Some of you may suddenly decide to take a vacation or be like saving for a great kind of getaway. There's an energy of not the great escape, because I feel, there's an energy here of something that you've been diligently working towards. So it could be that you're saving for the biggest vacation of your life. Some of you, it could be that you want to move abroad because the World card is there. So I feel like you are looking at the world at large and looking at what you feel is a missing ingredient right now, so that you are in search of it to reignite that spark, to shine your light. And that's probably why I was given that quote at the beginning there about the presence of so much darkness in the world, because you have the World card and you have the Hangman there. There's lots of bats there as well, so that may be relevant in some way. But the bats can indicate, people who drain your energy, or, bloodsuckers, people who are energy vampires in your life. You're looking at what is draining you. But it could also be that you're feeling low motivation, or you may feel that the vibration of the world, because you're so sensitive, it kind of affects you. It affects us all, and you get highly affected round about moon cycles as well, especially the presence of the full moon. You may feel extra drained or like extra kind of frazzled when it comes to how much you have on your to-do list. So I feel like you're being given an energy of protecting your inner peace. And it is for you to be aware that you are protected during this time. Sometimes we're given like a decompression period by the universe to almost like be put on pause so that we can rediscover ourselves. Especially when life gets really chaotic, we tend to lose ourselves in the mix. And I feel some of you may have felt that you've been on autopilot, or that you have been I mean, drifting. There's an energy. I got to be honest with you. We've got the Moon card, which is in the Resistance position. You've got the Magician card. It's also in the Resistance position there. So it can indicate for some of you that you feel that recently or in the last couple of years, although you're very goal-oriented and you're still focusing on accomplishing great things, you're still on target for that, there's a part of you deep down where you're feeling a little bit like lost or uncertain, or you feel that you've lost your north, your west, your south, your east. And I feel this is where we stay still when we're feeling a little bit like lost or questioning, because you've got that Page of Swords there as well, which is an Aquarius card. So I feel like you're doing a lot of questioning about the world, your place in it, planting roots, where you feel like you belong right now. And sometimes when we feel that level of being lost or in stillness, because when we try to live a very simple life and we're eradicating drama, sometimes by eradicating other people's drama or removing ourselves from people and their toxic energy, life becomes very still to the point where we start to question, is this now boring? Is this now void of, substance? But it's not at all. In stillness comes wisdom, and this is where we are able to hear our heart and its wisdom. And the heart has the compass. The heart knows the way. And I feel that you will be moving forward, but you needed a period of stillness in order to get clear about your next steps. You're strategizing something and you have like plans in motion, and I feel that you will be very successful on those, but sometimes you need to be still to make an informed decision about something before you move forward. But I do see that you are in for a wonderful surprise in some area of your life. But a lot of you, because there is an energy of you rediscovering yourself here, rediscovering your passions. A lot of you are connecting to hobbies at this time or looking at new creative endeavors to keep life interesting, but also to keep you learning. Remember, the World card, it actually is a lesson card. It means you're learning a lot of lessons and you're opening yourself up to new paths and new endeavors. And of course, for some of you, something big could have ended for you, or you walked away from something that you felt was no longer vibing with the path that you're on. And you may be asking a lot of questions about what it is that you've let go of, or what it is you're removing yourself from, or what you feel has ended that's pretty big in your life right now. But a lot of you, it's eradicating cycles so that you can break a pattern of some sort. With the Hangman, I also see, and please don't shoot the messenger when I say this, some of you are looking at procrastination and where you feel like you waste your time, because I see here that we have to identify periods where we feel we're wasting our time or procrastinating, or we're taking a rest, or we are taking a pause in order to strategize next steps, okay? Because I feel in a world that has made us feel like we must always be doing, it's almost like we have to give ourselves permission to take a pause or a rest. And I feel sometimes just doing nothing with that Four of Swords, just being in your head thinking or getting good quality rest, it actually sets you up and helps you recharge your batteries. And I feel a lot of you are exhausted. The Moon card, to have it twice, indicates a lot of you are feeling drained. And with that King of Wands there, it's about tapping into that life force energy, that motivation, that desire, rediscovering your lust for life. And some of you, these could be like food substances. It doesn't have to be a place or a person. It could be there's something that you're connected to right now that's been draining your energy or giving you intense highs and lows, and you want to balance things out a little bit more because you have a lot of energy which is like trying to control the fluctuation of whatever it is that you're going through. For example, some of you, because there's a lot of kind of waiting energy or pause energy there. I'm getting two things, so I will mention them. One is menopause, okay? So it could be that you feel you're entering into a different stage of life and you're trying to manage like sudden hot flashes, for example, or it could be that you're trying to get clear in your mind. You've had some brain fog there. It could be that you are reaching out to a practitioner regarding the ebb and flow of your symptoms on something. Doesn't have to be menopause, because the Moon card is about fluctuations, and this could be in your emotions or in your hormones, for example. So it could be whether you're going through the menopause or not. or even have the potential to do that, I feel like you're just looking about optimum energy levels, and you're looking at who or what kind of changes that, because I feel there's something here that you have a quest to do. So you are monitoring it at this time and phasing things out that do not feel rewarding or do not feel in alignment with whatever your plans are for the future. I feel like you're conserving your energy for something as well. Some big shift is happening, some big plans are happening for you. 2025 is the period where I feel everything starts to come together for you. But I feel right now there is this like holding period, or you feel like you have to wait until the end of the year for something, and whatever it is you're waiting for, it shall be delivered to you. That's what I see. I feel anything you've been waiting for, it will come to fruition. Now, the World card actually tells me that you are someone who's quite established in your life. You've had a lot of successes. You may not feel like that sometimes because you're quite modest looking at the energy, but I do see that you've come a long way, and I feel this card is also about recognizing that and celebrating yourself. But also this card is about being in alignment. We all have this energy of being in the flow, and I feel with the World card it solidifies with all the 4 elements there: earth, fire, water, and air. It indicates that you are running on optimum levels, or trying to get to that point where you feel you're connecting to everything that you need to accomplish in your life. I feel a fresh new cycle is opening up for you, and I feel there is this sense of feeling lighter. But also, I feel some of you are looking at planning new routes or planting new roots. That's what I'm seeing there. It's interesting that I got the 2, planning new routes and planting new roots. So I feel with that Hangman energy, you are getting new perspectives in your life, but also I feel like you're looking at the sacrifices that you make in order to make your life run smoothly. But I also see there is this energy of stillness, and some of you may have felt that that stillness made you feel a little bit bored, or made you feel like you lost your sense of self. But actually it is here where you discover more about yourself, and you reconnect to a part of yourself that had to lay dormant for a little while so that you could really digest the lessons that you've been learning in this lifetime. Of course, the Hangman puts himself on the tree of life. So some of you may have withdrawn or gone and turned your life upside down in order to transform things for the better. You may have put things on hold in order to come back to them a little bit later on. But also with that Hangman energy, I feel this is about knowledge, alternative knowledge. And especially if you're going through something that is hormonal related, or you're going through something where there is a process, it could be that you're finding the alternative solution to whatever it is. So you could be reaching out to a practitioner who can give you alternative knowledge in order to help your symptoms. For some of you with the Hangman, it could be that you're finding an alternative place in the world that you feel an affinity to. And for some of you, this could be that right now you're just waiting, taking stock, and watching the world, or you're watching your world. And you could also have plans in motion that you've been working hard towards, and you're taking stock of how everything is coming together. But I definitely see here that for some of you, you feel that life somehow, even though you've been busy and you've been like almost on autopilot, it just feels like there's an energy where something stopped, or something felt like stagnant. You feel stuck in something, and you're about to transform everything and take charge. But you had to have this period of stillness in order to really understand your needs on a deeper level. Now we've got the moonflower there. As you can see, there's lots of sunflowers, which indicate this is a period of you going where you feel truly happy. The sunflowers only follow the sun throughout the day. So I feel this is about you and looking at where you feel happiest, whether that's a place in the world, whether that is a new creative endeavor, but it's in the resistance position. And it says here, a time of blossoming is about to begin. Blossoming, growth, beauty, and open. You may feel that you're still in the midst of a difficult period, or you may feel that there's been a never-ending cycle going on in your life, but I feel you're about to transcend that right now, because anything that's in the resistance position, it will go into the upright. I see a lot of you questioning and almost taking stock of where you feel like you are on your journey. You may feel that you should have been a little bit further along, or that something hasn't come through for you, but I feel the universe is orchestrating things behind the scenes to reveal it when the moment is right. And there is a big reveal or some sort of better luck on the other side of this energy, and I feel you're going to be nicely surprised there too. I also see with some of you, especially since we have the Magician card and the Moon card there, it can indicate that you're looking at where you hold yourself back, or where you feel that you are too critical upon yourself, because the Magician card can indicate, especially in this resistance position, that you are really harsh with yourself, that you tend to be a little bit more critical and hold yourself to, of course, higher standards, which is wonderful, but at the same time, do not knock your self-worth or your self-confidence. I feel this is a period of empowering yourself. With the Magician card in the resistance position, there can be this energy of cloudiness or trying to see through something like a smoke screen. So, I mean, for some of you, it could be that you're in a period of watching the world and how it's being governed, and you may be noticing patterns or cycles of repeat that are not readily available for everybody to see, and you're seeing through these things. You're very intuitive, and you're heightening your intuition during this time, especially when it comes to people, abusing their power or their control, because the Magician card can be sleight of hand control in this position. So you may be just noticing people or the world. Doesn't have to be the world at all. It can be people in your circumstances where you're tapping into your intuition to see if you can understand them on a different level. There may have even been some conflict that you've been going through with a person, and you've been stepping back, holding back from this conflict because you don't want to get involved, but at the same time, I feel like you're trying to understand a person's motives or the meaning of the conflict itself. But a lot of you are stepping back, and you're recognizing that it's not your drama and you don't want to get involved in this, and you're protecting your inner peace in order to focus on your projects, on your path, and to do what is right for you. I also feel a lot of you, especially since we've got the Moon card, and now that I touch the two, I'm actually seeing in the water a well. Okay, now this can also indicate that you're looking at your emotional world, you're digging a little bit deeper. It could also be that you're looking at your resources right now, you feel really depleted, you may feel like you're not supported. A well can also connect to a wishing well, so something you're wishing for will be delivered to you. And I'm also seeing that there's a connection with being dehydrated. So some of you are looking at your water levels and what you intake during the day and making sure you're on top of hydration at this time. Okay, now the Magician card, of course, this will be in the upright energy, and this indicates that you've learned to become flexible over the last couple of years. But in being flexible, I feel some of you may feel that your life has been turned upside down in some way, or you feel that things are just different. Everything's hitting different right now. And I feel there has been this energy of trying to tap into your personal power to deepen your belief system and have new ideas there. I feel also a lot of you have been assessing your performance in life, looking at where you're at, looking at what you're accomplishing. But I feel a lot of you are realizing more that we don't just have to be a human doing all the time. You've come to this lifetime to be a human being, and it's all about experiences. Now, of course, we need money to pay bills, and we have to stay on top of our duties and responsibilities, but ultimately building memories and our connection to others, very important indeed. This sense of, opening your heart to playfulness, allowing yourself to connect to that joyful side, because especially when you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, life can get pretty serious and a little bit tough. And I feel a lot of you are trying to reconnect to your inner world through manifestation or even your dreams. I feel a lot of you are trying to find that stillness so you can hear your inner voice and not just the critical side, because when we're under a lot of pressure, sometimes the inner voice gets super critical. But when you need to tap into how you are really feeling, because there's so many like void cards. The Moon card can be a void card. It means you're deeply sensitive and you're a very emotional being, but something may have happened to you recently or in the last couple of years which made you feel like you have to dig a little bit deeper to understand how you feel. It's almost like you're on autopilot. You're just busy doing right now, and you're just keeping on top of your to-do list or your responsibilities. And before this moment, whatever this moment was, it can be that you used to have time to actually think about things on a different level or connect to more fun, or the sense of time itself seems to have changed for you, where you feel that there's still a busy pace about you, where you've got so much to do, you're at capacity, but still time is like standing still, or you feel that time runs out. There's never enough time in the day. Whereas before, it just felt like you got a lot more done and had some time for you, or had time to do more things that brought you joy, okay? Now, this may not resonate with everyone, but that's what I'm getting from this reading, of course. And with the Magician card, I feel you are starting to tap into your passions. I feel like you are empowering yourself. And the Moon card in this position, it can indicate there's a call here to romance your life a little bit more, to really tap into the sensual side of things that you love. And that's why I feel a lot of you may be looking at your style, or how you express yourself, or the things that you furnish your home with, for example, how you build a sanctuary in your life. Your home is your sanctuary. But also the Moon energy, it is of course about you being in a deeply reflective phase. And I feel you're a very deep, thoughtful person. And I feel you are kind of like shattering illusions in your life in order to live a more simplistic lifestyle, or in order to, take charge of your life and take accountability for whatever it is that you want to accomplish. No more excuses, no more wasting your time. And I feel this is something that you've promised to yourself. But I want you to be aware, do not put so much pressure upon yourself. There is a time for action and a time for moving forward. And also there is a time for respite and really deeply thinking about the next stage of your journey. Now, of course, the Moon card can indicate that you're envisaging something new and you're tapping into this sense of possibility right now. You also have a lot of hidden talents that I feel you will be discovering a little bit more, or even tapping into as you move into 2025. There's something here that you've put on hold, or you've been meaning to get round to, and I definitely see that you're going to be able to do it and accomplish it. And it's going to really flourish in 2025 for you. Whatever it is for you, it's going to be different for everybody, of course. But I feel it's more connected to your dreams, your goals. And I really get a sense here of you sort of recognizing that you have such an inner strength. You're being more organized and in the flow of possibility to make things happen on your own terms. And I feel a lot of you are living your authentic self. You're being true to yourself, and you're not going to fit into a box of other people's expectation. So I really feel a lot of you as well, especially with the World card, you're so done with so many things that once we get so fed up with other people's BS, and sometimes, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, when we get fed up of our own BS sometimes as well, that's when we really have a breakthrough and say enough is enough. And I feel like you are drawing a lot of lines in the sand right now, so you can step up and move into the next phase of your journey. Now I have Quicksilver here as an outcome card for you, and it says on this card, accept the temporary nature of everything. I think I mentioned that earlier. It says fleeting, elusive, not meant to be. So some of you are looking at things that you're outgrowing at this time, evolving away from, whether they are friendships, working environments, people, substances, situations. I feel like you've just got to a point where you really want to express yourself in a healthy way, but also have your needs met. So I feel like you're letting go of things that you feel don't work for you, or hurt you, or drain your energy. But also I'm getting an energy of a place where you live or where you reside at this time. Some of you are looking outside of yourself right now to see if there's an alternative place in the world that you feel like you belong. I mean, it could be an alternative neighborhood, or I just get a sense of the alternative about you right now, finding the path that is less taken, but it leads to the same goals or the same things that you want. And I feel like you're in a very explorative phase right now where you know that anything is possible. And I really get a sense here that if anything is too how can I put this? It's not that if it's too hard, you're not going for it. It feels like you're finding an alternative way that is easier. But if you feel that people are elusive with you, or people are not straightforward with you, I feel like you're just distancing yourself. You're hanging back. You're witnessing and watching and saying, no, I'm not getting involved in that. No drama. I feel like you're really just taking charge and taking ownership of your life by removing yourself in a healthy manner and saying, I'm not going to waste my energy on something that just is going to waste my time. It's almost like you're not going to put your energy out into the void anymore. You're taking charge so you can transform your life, rediscover your passions, and be successful in your life. And I definitely see that it's like no time wasters, please. And of course, we have the Moon card again, but it's as your outcome energy, which actually is really positive because you got the Moon card in the reverse position. So you're looking at anything that drains you. And then with the Moon card in the upright energy, a lot of you are facing fears, but also looking at this sense of comfort and independence. So, normally there's a dog and a wolf on the Moon card, and it represents this level of comfort that we find in our life. But comfort doesn't mean we stop there, because when we get to a period of feeling stable, or we start living a simplistic life, for example, you go through a major transformation and a spiritual evolution, sometimes, we get to a plateau where we think, okay, we feel secure in our circumstances. Now we need to challenge ourselves in order to be in the flow of free movement or moving forward. Or you feel like you've hit some level in your life where you've come as far as you can with it and you want to find a new path. The wolf on the Moon card is always the pathfinder, and the dog represents that level of comfort, stability, and companionship. So a lot of you are looking at friendships that are evolving right now, relationships that are evolving, how you're outgrowing certain people because of belief systems, or you feel that, you're maturing and just growing in different directions. And whilst that can feel really isolating or a little bit alienating sometimes, it means that we're about to discover new people. We're clearing space for new soul tribe members. And I feel a lot of you are coming to terms with that energy as well. And, the Moon card, it's not often an energy of healing, but I see this energy of you decluttering your life or detoxifying your life, purifying, as it were, because there's a lot of water here. And I was given that well there, so it can also connect to you. For some of you, it could be that you're trying to move off grid and have your own water source, for example. So please take it as it resonates. But for others, I feel this is more about reflecting on your inner world and how it affects your outer world and your mood. And I feel like you are getting new perspectives on things so that you don't remain stuck in one energy. But also, I feel there is a healing energy to this card. And I feel some of you may meet or have met already someone who is a healer or a practitioner who is really kind of profound or really has an effect on you in a positive way. And I feel this person, a healer, is someone who holds space for you to awaken your own inner healing. They're not telling you how to do it. They're giving you space to discover for yourself. And I feel like you're healing yourself by discovering more about yourself, but also broadening your horizon. And it's through this person or through this practice that will help you move forward on your journey. For some of you, it could be that you go to a meditative class and this person opens up a whole new mindfulness for you. For others, it could be that you meet someone in a group of people connected to your hobbies, and this person has some wise words of wisdom. But don't forget that you also came to this lifetime and you have a lot of wisdom in you. If you're seeking answers right now, because this is a card of questioning, and the Page of Swords is digging deeper. And this is a card that indicates that you're learning more about yourself, what you're capable of. You've been under a lot of stress and struggle. And I feel for some of you, you may even look at where you gave away your power or underestimated yourself in a situation. And you're promising yourself not to do that anymore. You're trusting your intuition. You are backing yourself. And I feel with this moon energy, a path is being made clear for you to rediscover that lust for life. There's two candles on that card there. So this is about keeping that spark alive, or that inner light alive, but you've been submerged in a period of emotion. You've been submerged in a period of reflection in order to rediscover or rebirth in some way. And I feel this is about you digging a little bit deeper into how you feel and rediscovering your emotions as well. But I see a lot of you maybe having to make a decision, and you may have tried to make an informed decision, but you needed to go still or silent in order to make that decision. Especially since you've got the dog and the wolf on the moon card, it can be that you got comfortable in some area of your life, but you want more. You want more adventure, more spontaneity. You're not here to just stay where you're at, but you may like where you are. You may feel that, if you work for a certain company, for example, you may like the people who are there. You may like what you do there, but you want to level up. You want to go to the next stage, which requires you to take a leap of faith and move into a different environment and take charge and move into a different pay grade. So it leads you to leave the familiar in order to embrace the extraordinary in life. I'm actually being given a film right now, A Life Less Ordinary. Now, I don't think I've seen that film, A Life Less Ordinary. Okay, I feel my guides are just giving me that for the title. I'm not really sure what the film is about, and I'm not being given a sense of it. My guides will always give me a sense of what the film is about. But yeah, I feel that you are trying to embrace the alternative, because you did not come here for just an ordinary experience. You're someone who could write books about the things that you've experienced in your life, books that actually could help other people. I feel you've got a story, and I feel you are acknowledging that, and you are, after a period of laying dormant, rediscovering that kind of energy to reconnect to things that are not ordinary, okay, if that makes sense. I really feel this energy of you finding an alternative path or having an alternative lifestyle. And I mean, for some of you, it could be that, you live near family members right now, or your soul tribe members, but maybe there's an experience or an opportunity that is further afield, and it means leaving a comfortable environment or leaving a safety net in order to embark on a wonderful new journey, or discover new passions. And I feel some of you are just weighing up your options when it comes to this comfortable state that you have been striving for. And also, once you get to that level, it's like, how can I challenge myself to get more, so that variety is the spice of life. And I see a lot of you are trying to create a structure in your life as well, so that you can have the best of both worlds, okay? I would also say pay close attention to your dreams. You're going to dream a lot, and it's going to be very vivid over the next coming months. And you're going to dream of some of those wishes that you have, and they are going to become a reality shortly after that, okay? Now, we've also got that Five of Swords. Some of you have been on autopilot, but also there's an energy of fight or flight mode, okay? I mean, the Five of Swords is to really try and protect your inner peace. There may have been a lot of conflict there. For some of you, you've gone through some difficulties, and at times you may have felt defeated or exhausted, or you may have felt that things have been unfair. You may have even encountered somebody who tries to win at all costs or criticizes you all the time. This could be a family member, it could be a boss, it could be a neighbor, it could be someone that was really close to you at some stage. But I see that you are going to emerge the winner in this circumstance, and you are going to move through this unfairness over the other side, because you are going to stay true to your beliefs and be ethical in your decisions there as well. Now, also, Five of Swords can indicate that some of you have been in fight or flight mode. You may have experienced some level of trauma in your life, and you feel that that, to some degree, is where you kind of stopped, or things stood still for you. So either you went through a loss, or you've been going through a period of grief, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there. So much love. I mean, there really are no words of comfort anyone can really offer you, but I can give you this energy, and I wish I could just like scooch down the camera and just hold you, okay? Grief will ebb and flow as the body releases the pressure and comes to terms and processes all that has occurred. And I feel if you have lost someone dear to you, even if it was a very complex relationship you had that with that person, I do sense a lot of unconditional love around you. I'm seeing so many butterflies right now, so many butterflies around you. So you may actually be walking, you know, on your path and suddenly discover lots of butterflies floating up. I feel there's a lightness about this, a transcendence about it. But also, let me see if I can really tap into a sign for you. I'm just seeing a golden barrel. That's really random, a golden barrel. So either this is an item of jewelry or perhaps a golden barrel. Again, barrels are about holding, you know, water. I mean, it is water or some sort of liquid. So it's like secure, but it's also like connected to whenever we have anything with liquid in it in a spiritual sense in the water, when I'm being shown this, it connects to unconditional love. And I'm really getting that sense of it, but also this sense of security, hard work, keeping things together, acknowledging that everything's going to be okay. So I'm just seeing a golden barrel. For me right now, I can't really understand what the message is. I got to be honest with you. So it may be something that's personal to you, or it may be a sign or a symbol that you're going to see in the next coming weeks or months that highlight this person is trying to send you a message that they are by your side. They see you all the time and they hear you. They hear what you have to say to them as well. And they know it's difficult and they want you to be aware that through good times and bad, they are protecting you along the way. So look out for a golden barrel. I'm not really sure how it's resonating. It could be that you walk down the sidewalk next week and suddenly you see a golden barrel and it says thinking of you or I love you or something on it, and this is the message, this is the sign. Okay, so please take it as it resonates. With a lot of respect and love, I'm going to move away from this energy and connect to the collective again on a greater scale. So with the Five of Swords, a lot of you are looking at fears and how you get anxious. You're looking at your anxiety levels, and it could be that you are looking at your triggers at this time, how the world and how crazy it has become, because let's face it, it's always been pretty crazy, but it really has ramped up that level of madness in the last couple of years. It's like, what are the triggers? What is making me fearful? What is making me feel stuck in this cycle of, oh, what's happening next? Or what do I need to prepare for? Or, you know, it's almost like you in that fight or flight mode. And if you have gone through some other level of trauma, which has kept you in fight or flight mode, I see some of you actually reaching out to a practitioner or discovering someone who you can actually talk things through with. I'm seeing someone come into your life who's a very good listener, and you may feel so comfortable to open up to this person and suddenly feel that actually you're just letting it out. Some of you may have thought about counselor, or you're actually seeing a counselor at this time, and this will really empower you as well. Now, this Five of Swords can also indicate that a lot of things have been unfair in your life, but I also see here that you will emerge triumphant. And there is this energy of some of you having to deal with someone who always tries to win at all costs. So if you say, oh, I succeeded in this thing today, they may return to you and say, well, that's nothing because I did this thing last week and it was so amazing. And you're like, okay, you're being really dismissive over my successes. I see you distancing yourself from this person, and this person will actually wonder why. I feel they're kind of like feeling a little bit inadequate in themselves, so they're projecting. So if they kind of like dismiss anything you have to say, of course that's not acceptable, but I do see you withdrawing from this person. It actually gives them something to think about, and they're actually going to work it out. Okay, and I feel like they will adjust their behavior. I feel part of you doesn't really want to lose this person from your life, but I also feel that you're just so fed up of just taking it and listening to every time you say that, oh, you know what, this thing was going really badly for me today, and then they cut in and say, oh yeah, I've been through that. Yeah, it was really bad for me. I mean, no one was there, and you're like, oh my gosh, how have we turned it around on you again? So I feel some of you are going to just either withdraw or just hang back from this person and just watch their behavior. And the more distance, I feel this person has some thinking time to kind of acknowledge some of the conversations that they've kind of hijacked, as it were, to make it all about them. And I feel they will work it out, okay? In time, you and this person will have an honest, open conversation, and this person will actually give an olive branch and realize that they have been not listening, as it were. They've been waiting for their point to actually have a conversation. You know, they've been waiting for their moment to say, oh yeah, me too. And you are not telling anybody about your hopes and fears or the stresses you've been under, or you know, the things that bring you joy, because you know, you don't want someone to be there to fix things for you. But I feel some of you are just hoping for a good listener, or you know, you hoped that a friend would listen. And I feel that if you're searching for a person like that right now, or you're searching for soul tribe members, if you're feeling a bit isolated or lonely, I definitely see that you are going to meet two people who are going to have an incredible impact on your life, and they are going to be forever friends, okay? Now, a lot of you have these people in your life already, and I feel this is about opening up a little bit more, being more accessible about some of the things that you're under pressure about, because I see some of you kind of put it to the side because you don't want to burden another person with some of the things that you're going through. But I feel it's really important to recognize that when you actually open yourself up, you give the other person permission to also kind of empathize and kind of like have a discussion about what's going on in each other's lives. So I feel there is reciprocity in that too. Now, the King of Wands is all about taking charge of the inner critic when it comes to the Five of Swords in connection. These two cards indicates that you are taking charge of anxiety or finding ways to quieten the inner critic or face your fears. But also, this is a card that indicates that you are trying to brainstorm ways to reignite your lust for life, or reconnect to that passionate side of yourself that you may have felt you've lost touch with. A lot of you are deepening your spiritual practices, and I also see that you are someone who is paying a lot of attention to detail in life and being more precise about what your needs are and how you have those needs met. But more than anything, I get this energy of you leading with your passions. And actually, I see some of you, there is an energy of building in confidence and seeing how attractive you are. There's almost this energy that some of you may not have seen it, like really seen it. Even when you were younger, I feel this energy of you always kind of dismissing yourself in some way, or kind of like, you know, moments of kind of thinking, okay, I look okay today. And then the next minute, like, you tear yourself down. I feel there's an energy, especially with that Five of Swords there, where you're really looking at how you've torn yourself down over the years, when actually you are so attractive both inside and out. You are someone who is passionate. You have that joie de vivre in life, and I feel like you're rediscovering that about yourself right now. And you're coming back to yourself, especially since we have that Page of Swords there. You're rediscovering more about who you are and how capable you've been throughout challenging situations. And I feel a lot of you are getting back on track. Your libido is returning, your motivation, your lust for life, but also with that Page of Swords, I get an energy here of you being more curious about what the world has to offer. I feel that you are someone who, there's a diligent energy here that's coming out strongly. It's like you're watching and waiting and making sure everything slots into place in accordance with your plans, and then you can go after something. So it feels like some of you are on hold until something happens, or you get the news that you want, or something is in place. And when that happens, as it will, I definitely see that you know, you will accomplish whatever it is you've been focusing on. But also, the universe is sending you some surprises, okay? So I feel you are going to be pleasantly surprised by two things in particular. And one of the things is going to be by the end of 2024, and the other one is before February 2025, okay? And these are nice surprises that come your way. With the Page of Swords, I'm also getting this energy of, you know, your thoughts becoming things, but also you taking steps in certain directions with new ideas. It's almost like I see you wanting to breathe a breath of fresh air into your life right now and dust off some of the cobwebs. Don't get me wrong, I feel like you've been super busy, you've been on the go, you've been challenged, it's been tough. You've been running on empty almost when it comes to your energy levels, and you've just been like spinning all the plates in life. But also I feel there's some area of your life where you feel like you want to dust away the cobwebs and you want to rediscover this passion, or you want to rediscover something about yourself. And this is the period that you're in. Because remember, when a butterfly, because of course butterflies are coming up all the time in the water for you at the moment, whether they are signs or symbols for you, you're going to see a lot of them. But I'm also being given that you've been in an intense period of personal growth and transformation. And remember the journey of a butterfly. And I do say this a lot, so I apologize if you have not heard this, but a caterpillar goes into a chrysalis, and it doesn't just like suddenly grow wings, it dissolves its sense of self. The whole structure of the caterpillar turns into a jellified mush, and it, loses its sense of self. And therefore, it then starts to form in a new way. Sometimes we have to sort of break everything down to rebuild in a different form. And I feel some of you, that's what you're doing right now. You're ending cycles, generational cycles of repeat. You're ending karmic cycles, toxic cycles. You're distancing yourself from drama. And I feel like you're rebuilding your life or reshaping your life the way you feel it should be, so that you are taking charge and you're getting the best out of life. So I feel, though you have been in a difficult period, that difficulty is transforming, and I feel there'll always be something to worry about. There'll always be something to challenge you. That's just life. The nature of life is there's always an up and a down, okay? But I feel it's how you ride the wave, and you are going to be riding that wave with so much clarity and panache. I feel like you are taking charge, and I feel that it will bring you to your destination, and you'll be so proud of yourself. I see a lot of pride here in a good way, that you're so capable and that good things are happening for you because you're taking stock of where you want to take your life to next, and you're taking charge of it as well. Now, I'm loving that. This is another card that indicates an unexpected blessing is coming your way. We've got a clock there as well, which means you're not wasting your time. So these cards are kind of like clarifying everything that has come out in your reading already. We've got abundance there. I hope you can see that. Abundance. Okay. Now, it says an unexpected blessing may be coming your way. That's two cards. Unexpected. Remember, there's two unexpected blessings from the universe. One before the year is out and one before February next year. It says, remember, when we are grateful for what we have, we attract more abundance into our lives. And I feel like that's this energy of you taking stock and, acknowledging that you have had a lot of successes. You've established your life in a certain way. It's important to celebrate those wins and all that you've accomplished, but you're also looking at the alternative, looking for how you can enrich your life in different ways. And also we've got the clock. Now, because we've got the Hangman here, I actually see that you're quite patient. So maybe that's one of the lessons that you were learning. It says impatient or frustrated with a lack of progress in some area of your life. But I did mention that some of you feel that you have been taking stock and feel you should be a little bit further along than you feel like you are right now, or you feel like you haven't hit the level that you want to be at. But know that everything happens for a reason, and what is meant for you will never pass you by. It also says, remember, time is only an illusion. Allow yourself to relax into the knowing that what you are seeking is already yours. Okay, so this is an energy of relaxing. Important to recognize that you are protected in all your endeavors and redirected as necessary. And finally, we've got the moon. Now, the moon card, it says the universe asks you to be in your yin energy at this time. This is an energy of allowing and receiving. And that's, of course, why you have the Hangman there. It's about not forcing things to happen. You've already put in the work. The World card tells me that you have planted seeds and they are coming to fruition. You've been working really hard, and now it's to be open to receive. It says this is an energy of allowing and receiving. And when you work In alignment with Source, you enter into the flow state, fostering an environment for rapid manifestation of your desires. And I actually see a lot of that happening for you. The pace will quicken because there are some things being offered to you. Page energy brings news. So I feel the news that you've been waiting for is coming towards you, and it's better than you thought it was going to be, okay? So I will leave that there. I'm just going to go and get a trinket or rune before we close. It's quite loud, so just be a little bit mindful of your wonderful ears there. We have the cherries, okay? Now the cherries indicate sweet reward, but also it can indicate that you're looking at your temptations at this time, eradicating anything that drains your energy or anything that is a quick fix, that isn't sustainable, isn't long-lasting, is not in alignment with who you are. Some of you may also be limiting sugar levels at this time or trying to moderate sugar levels in a healthy way. And also the cherries, it's like the cherry on top. Okay, and there's two cherries there, so I feel there's two cherries on top on its way for you. And I did mention one before the end of the year and one before the end of February as well, okay? I also get this energy of some of you doing something new, either discovering a new path or finding a new way or opening yourself to a new direction in life in some way. It's going to be a wonderful adventure. Trust the process. You are making an informed decision, and when you feel ready, you will make that first step, or you'll make that leap, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading. Very complex, may not resonate with everyone. I have to acknowledge all the energy that's coming out. Also, I felt this reading was very kind of like compartmentalized. It's almost like I was thinking of one thing, then the next, then the next, then the next, and it felt a little bit like, you know, you've got a lot on your plate right now, or a lot on your mind, and I feel that I'm picking up on energy. I read energy, so I feel there's an importance here to slow down or to really take stock of each thought and really see it through to the end before you move on to the next. So maybe this is something that you're trying to do as well, or you've promised yourself to do there too. So I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, my beautiful Aquarians, and love and light.